Today's topic is tax planning and financial management decision. As in this topic, we have studied capital structure decisions, dividend policy, intercorporate dividends, bonus shares. Capital structure decision we have already discussed in the previous lecture. I'll discuss dividend policy. As dividend policy is important in other topics also like intercorporate dividends and bonus share. To know the tax planning for dividend decisions, so first of all, you must know what do you mean by dividend. Dividend is the cost of capital. Minimum rate of return expected by the investor is dividend. Now, the question is how much is to be distributed and how much is to be retained by the company is to be decided by the management. Decisions to distribute dividend depends upon various factors like conditions of the market for the availability of funds. If the market is tight, funds are not available, then company may decide to retain the amount of profits or flow back the profits or may not distribute as dividend. If company has more liquid cash, then company may opt to release some cash that company may distribute some dividend to the shareholders or company require cash or reserves for further expansion, then company may retain for further expansion, may not distribute dividend to the shareholders. So these are the factors that affect the decision of the management regarding dividend policy. So far as the price of the share is concerned, when company distribute dividend, then market price of the share decline in the ratio of distribution of the dividend. And if a company retain the profits or decide to flow back the profits, then price of the share increase in this light of decision. Now, according to income tax point of view, in Income Tax Act 1961, meaning of dividend is discussed in section 2 subsection 22 and its subsections from subclause A to subclause E. Section 2 subsection 22 clause A, subclause B, C, D and E, 5 subclauses. That is meaning of dividend is discussed in 5 subclauses. Now it's very important to discuss the meaning of it is very important to discuss the meaning of dividend first under Income Tax Act 1961. Now first is section 2 subsection 22 subclause A. Any distribution by the company out of its accumulated profits and entail release of assets of the company amount to dividend. This is mentioned in section 2 subsection 22 subclause A. Now next is section 2 subsection 22 subclause B. Any distribution by the company of debentures, debenture stock, deposit certificate in any form, whether with or without interest to shareholders, and any distribution of bonus share to preference shareholders to the extent to which a company possesses accumulated profits, whether capitalized or not. This is mentioned in section 2 subsection 22 subclause B. Now section 2 subsection 22 subclause C. Any distribution made by shareholder on liquidation of the company. Here the company is not a going concern, that is distribution on liquidation. Any distribution made to shareholder on liquidation of a company to the extent the company possesses accumulated profits before its liquidation shall be amount to dividend. Now it is very important to discuss here that any distribution after the liquidation will not be amount to dividends. Only distribution on liquidation will amount to dividends out of the accumulated profits of the company. Now section 2 subsection 22 subclause D. Any distribution by a company to shareholder on reduction of its capital to the extent to which company possesses cumulative profits, whether capitalized or not. It is important to mention here that it will not distribution will not amount to dividend if distribution is cash and holder of the shares is not entitled to participate in the surplus assets. Generally, preference shareholders are entitled to participate, are not entitled to participate in the preference shares are of two types, participating and non-participating. If preference shares are of participating type, then they are entitled to participate. Generally, preference shares are not have right to participate in the surplus assets. Here, it is discussed that if dividend is distribution cash, where the holder of share is not entitled to participate in surplus assets, then it will not amount to dividend. Now, the word accumulated profits is mentioned again and again in this definition. It's very important to discuss the meaning of accumulated profits. Accumulated profits, as mentioned in subclauses A, B, D, and D. In these sections, in this subsections, subclauses A, B, D, and D, company is a going concern. Company is a going concern, whereas in case of subclause E, whereas in subclause C, the company is in liquidation. Now, meaning of cumulative profits in case of subclauses A, B, D, and E, except C, where companies are going concern. All profits up to the date of distribution or payment. And in case of section 2, subsection 22, subclause C, where the company is in liquidation, all profits up to the date of liquidation will be taken. Now I'll explain section 2, subsection 22 and subclause E. I'll discuss section 2, subsection 22, clause E. Any payment by way of closely held company. What is closely held company? Closely held company is a company in which public is not substantially interested. Any payment by a closely held company of any sum by way of advance or loan to a shareholder who is a beneficial owner of not less than 10% of shares carrying voting power, or to any concern in which above shareholder is a member or partner having substantial interest, or payment to any person on behalf of or for the individual benefit of above shareholder to the extent to which the company possesses cumulated profits. Now, concern means HUF, firm, AOP, body of individual or a company, and substantial interest means in case of a person other than a company who is entitled to 20% or more of the income of such concern. Now I'll discuss tax implication of section 115O and section 194. Section 115O deals with tax on domestic company in addition to normal rate of income tax. Thank you.